Hello, good afternoon. I will speak Spanish. And to those that have the program, you will see that the person in the program is not me. In fact, I belong to a group of Fundación Mesa Verde from Rosario, Argentina. We have come all together. Some friends have already spoken this morning, and we have changed one of the presentations. And in this case, my name is Nestor Berlanda. I am a neuropsychiatrist, and I'd like to start this presentation because any story has a start, and the starting point of this story starts in October 2013. In October 2013, we had been convened to a workshop, an experience in Takahashi, thanks to a doctor friend of ours. And the idea was to organize a research project, about the therapeutical use of ayahuasca in different aspects and different countries. So the idea we had was the following. The first difficulty that we had in our country was trying to give it not only a legal status to our initiative, but we wanted to introduce the topic of traditional medicine. We have many different peoples in our country, but we have rather an European tradition. Therefore, introducing the subject, the topic of traditional medicine made us think that the idea was to be able to participate of an important project, starting with the research on the ayahuasca topic. We had some experience also in the work with traditional practitioners, and in particular with the Chipigo Kaniwa community with Mr. Antonio Muñoz. We had already invited him once or twice to give different talks and to organize ayahuasca ceremonies. So the challenge that we had was to go a little bit beyond that, a little bit further, and to see how to do things. So in this faculty, which is the Faculty of Medicine, we wanted to integrate Western medicine with traditional medicine. Our Western culture is characterized by the fact of dividing and splitting, and that is how we have these kind of faculties that study bodies without soul and souls without body.
So it was necessary to try and bring this concept from traditional indigenous medicine, that we are all one single thing. There's no differentiation between body and mind, or mind and body as we see it, and there's no distinction either between us and nature. And this is how we achieved 5 years ago the first resolution program, which is unique in the country, which allows us to give this program through 10 subjects for a whole school year in this college. And in this program, not only we discuss traditional medicine, but also, and this is more important, the other teachers in the program are actually traditional physicians. And we started giving this program with 30 to 40 students on average. It was interdisciplinary. That is, students came from psychology schools, social workers, physicians, nurses. And then 3 years ago, this story was published on the paper, the main paper in Rosario, in our city. And the title is, the medical school has a postgraduate program with shamans. So this made the course really popular. It got viral right away. We started to get calls from different media in the country and abroad, because how was it that the medical school, an icon and the flagship of the allopathic Western medicine, was going to give this program with traditional physicians as guest teachers. Surprisingly, this meant no harm regarding the scientific community. On the contrary, it actually made the program much more popular, and from the 30 to 40 students we had on average, we went to 100, 120 students. And also it's funny that this program is given in the pathological anatomy auditorium, so the place where they have the jars with pieces of bodies. In this auditorium, in this classroom, this is where we were fortunate to start working, and where we could bring this traditional medicine specialists, this traditional doctors from different ethnies, and also from other countries. Some of these medical doctors, these traditional medicine doctors, which are teachers, would be Mr. Héctor Sarmiento. He's an Aychuk Chorote from Tartagay in the north of our country. So the lectures are 5-hour lectures, and first there's a lecture, actually a presentation for the context where this traditional physician is located, and after that the lecturer discusses his wisdom, his culture, and the way he uses to heal, which is not just plants but also dreams and chant and the spiritual type healings. We also were fortunate enough to have Mr. Germán Romero Piagonat from the Quom indigenous people, also called Toba people. They are in the rainforest part of our country, and also with Hugo Medina. He's also a representative of indigenous peoples. And where you see in the back are the spiritual beings with which the Quom work. So again, we give a context where they come from, what are the features of their culture, and then after that, the actual lecture is with them as guest professors, as guest teachers. What we see here is precisely that we have in our country the Indigenous Association of the Republic of Argentina, so that all traditional physicians that are certified by their own community are given this certification in order to somehow validate they can work as traditional doctors, as traditional physicians in their community. We also had Aguarapire Sakundiru and Ipaye from the Guarani people, and I would like you to really appraise this, because we're talking about the medical school of the second top city in a South American country such as the Republic of Argentina, and in this classroom where doctors, allopathic doctors, Western doctors are trained, doctors for which the body is one thing and the mind is a different thing. We have a healer working with a water stick, with a rain stick, or working with chant. This was Aguapire when he was much younger. Thank you. So that was in his community. Here he is, this is the certification from the Argentinian Indigenous Association as a healer, as a curandero. And we also brought the memory of Don Antonio Muñoz Diaz. This vine of ayahuasca is planted in the city of Rosario. That was over 10 years ago, and it is very thick. Now, of course, we don't use it, we don't cut it out. It's just a symbol because it was Don Antonio, Mr. Antonio, who brought it from the rainforest and planted it in our city. And today, the guest teachers that come to our program are relatives of Mr. Antonio Muñoz, such as Wilder Unania, is Shipio Coliguo from the Amazon. Also, before coming here, Mr. Fernando Sanchez Diaz was there. He's the grandson of Mr. Antonio Muñoz. He actually lives in the Puerto Nuevo community, and he is another one of the guest traditional physicians we have, as well as Katia Kibagia from Cusco, Peru. She is a Quechua and she also came there. She also came to us to share her knowledge. And next July, we're also going to have, if everything goes as expected, Mrs. Josefina Malia Calderon. She's a Moshe descendant from the north coast of Peru, daughter of Tuno Calderon, who worked with San Pedro. So the lessons are divided so that half of the program is given by traditional physicians, traditional doctors, and the other half is given by us, and by doctors such as me. And we give a context because not many people know actually that the World Health Organization really endorses the value of traditional medicine and urges countries to work on that. We have Diego Vegas, we have, he's an anthropologist, Ariel Roldan, he's a physician and psychotherapist, and this is the four of us at the gate of the medical school at the end of the 2018 school year. This is the promotion of that year, 2018. And this school year just started 2 months ago. We have, and it's a great surprise for us, and it really spurs us to keep on working, because the idea is not to stick with this postgraduate program, but the plan, and we can do it, is to have a full postgraduate career on South American medicine, to have not shamans out of college, but professionals, nurses, social workers, physicians, prepared to understand what this is about, to take care of a patient, catering for the body and the mind and the environment and his or her community. That is the goal, and that's what we are aiming at in this 5th year of the program. And to our surprise, this year 80% of the people comes from different places of our country, with distances of up to 3,000 kilometers. We've also had students from abroad coming to this postgraduate program, and hopefully we will be able to launch it online as well soon. And now to finish with a video in English, by the way, as we started, that summarizes this whole program. See if it works.
Since 2014, we have been running the first postgraduate course in traditional Indo-American medicine in the city of Rosario in the state of Santa Fe, Argentina. It is a collaboration between the Faculty of Science in the National University of Rosario and the professional team from the Foundation Mesa Verde. Thanks to this initiative, we now have theoretical teachings of ancient medicinal practices from different Native American communities. In every class, we work with shamans, healers, and traditional native doctors from different ethnicities. They share their wisdom alongside an interdisciplinary team of anthropologists, modern medicine doctors, psychiatrists, and psychologists. This unique integration is the first of its kind in the modern academic world. Given in the Faculty of Medicine in the National University of Rosario, this postgraduate course follows guidelines from the World Health Organization and other international organizations. It promotes, educates, informs, protects, and teaches traditional medicine for the common good. Year after year, we welcome more and more new students from around the world who are interested in participating in this innovative course, which is the only of its kind in Latin America. This highlights a growing movement in our societies to honour this ancestral wisdom and return to the origins of traditions and knowledge that today can still function and heal. Our objective is to facilitate the understanding of traditional indigenous medicine, to give value to this ancestral legacy, to build a bridge with today's modern medicine. We hope that this initiative will be a seed that will see growth in different parts of the world to benefit more and more people. We invite you to participate in this project with us. You can contact us via social networks.
Bueno, ya 7 segundos según mi...
So I have like 7 seconds left, And I really hope you can value, as we do, the possibilities that this cooperation opens, having these traditional physicians that have been looked down on for over 500 years to be in our classrooms, showing their plans and their rain sticks in our medical school to try and change from the bottom to the top, slowly, little by little, things. But knowledge exchange between traditional medicine and Western medicine should be united, and our role, and this is what we want. We just started 5 years ago, but this is our aim, is to build bridges between these two types of medicine, and at the end of the day, creating a better world and society for all. Thank you.